Organization need people to get their work done. At the same time, people need organization for money, that is salary. There are no two personalities with the same behavior. That is the meaning of individual difference. The employees will also develop a particular behavior in which they are not friendly with the manager and they are not cooperating with the manager. This is called caused behavior. Hello everyone, this is Purna Chandra, Faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram. So we are dealing with the subject organization behavior, and today will be your second session in Unit 1. So this is the chapter 1 which we are dealing now, that is organization behavior and foundations of individual behavior. So first session is done, we are going to the second session. So recap, in the last class we understood the meaning and definition of organizational behavior, and we also dealt with importance of organization behavior and various models of organization behavior like your autocratic model, your custodial model, your supportive model and your collegial model. So in today's class what we will be dealing is foundations of OB. That is, what are the basic foundations of organization behavior, and we will also be dealing with individual behavior, that is both personal and environmental factors. So we will start with the foundations of OB. So the first foundation of OB is individual difference. What does this mean? So each person in this world is individually different. What does this mean? That is, the behavior of each individual on this world is unique. That is, they are individually different. There are no two personalities with the same behavior. That is the meaning of individual difference. They are different in their intelligence and personality. For example, there are no two persons with the same intelligence level. There are no two persons with the same kind of personality. There will be some kind of variation. So, as a result of individual difference, study of their behavior inside the organization is important, because organization means thousands of people come to work. So, it becomes very essential to know the behavior of the people inside the organization, so that if there is any negative behavior, you can alter those behavior in such a way that it is according to the organization goal. So this is called individual difference. That is, you should know the personality or the intelligence of the workers working in the organization, so that you can take steps to alter their behavior according to your needs or wants of the organization. So next one is whole person. What does this mean? When an individual is appointed and his skill alone is not hired, what does this mean? You are recruiting an individual to your organization. On what basis you are recruiting or selecting? So you are selecting him on the basis of his education qualification or the skills or experience. But in reality, along with his education qualification, his knowledge, his skills, you are also appointing his social background, his likes and dislikes, his pride and prejudice. You are hiring these things along with the skills. So it is very important that being a manager, you should observe the behavior of these peoples, and you should get to know what are their likes and dislikes, what are their pride and prejudice, so that if there is any behavior that is against the organizational goals, you can take certain steps to alter those behavior. This is called whole person. Third one is caused behavior. What does this mean? The behavior of the employee is caused and not random. What does this mean? See, any person, the way he behaves is not random, it is caused. For example, the manager is very jovial with the workers or the employees. He is very friendly. Then what happens? The employees also develop a very jovial or friendly behavior towards the manager. So here the behavior is caused by the nature of the manager. For example, on the other hand, if the manager is very strict and he is not friendly with the employees, then what happens? Obviously, the employees will also develop a particular behavior in which they are not friendly with the manager and they are not cooperating with the manager. This is called caused behavior. Then what is human dignity? He recognized that people want to be treated with respect and dignity. Every job in the organization should be given respect. So what does this mean? Human dignity means, suppose there is a group of people inside the organization. Suppose if the manager is humiliating or he is teasing a particular employee, so that means the manager is not respecting him. So what happens? The employee, he might back answer the manager or he might feel very bad. So this is called human dignity. What this states is, managers should not act in a way that is hurting a person's dignity. He should be very friendly and very professional in his approach to deal with employees or other subordinates in such a way that he doesn't humiliate them or tease them in any way that will pose a negative thing on their personality or character. This is called human dignity. Next is organization and social systems. Organization is made of people who exhibit social behavior. What does this mean? So basically humans are social animals. They exhibit social behavior like they want to speak with people, they want to gossip with people, and also they want to speak something personal with their friends. So organization also have people coming from various backgrounds, various social backgrounds inside the organization, and while they are working, they speak among themselves. So it also becomes very essential on the manager's point of view that they study the behavior of such people inside the organization, so that if there is any kind of variations in the way they behave, you can take certain steps to rectify them. This is called organization and social systems. Mutuality of interest. What does this mean? It employs organization need people and people need organization. What does this mean? See, you are starting an organization, you are starting a business organization. Obviously, you alone cannot do the activities of the business. Obviously, you need people to work for you. Just because you are having money, that doesn't mean you can come out with products. You need people to work. That is, organization needs people. Organization needs people. And on the other hand also, people also need organization. What does this mean? Now people, they want money to live. So simply no one will come and give money. So they go to an organization to work for salary. So people need organization. People also need organization for their living. That is, they want money, they come to the organization, they work. So this is called mutuality of interest. That is, organization also needs people, and at the same time people also needs organization. Organization need people to get their work done. At the same time, people need organization for money, that is salary. The last one is need for management. What does this mean? OB has emerged because of need for management. What does this mean? Organization means it is a group of people who have come together to do certain activities to produce a product or a service and make money. So group of people means, for example, there is an organization, there are 1,000 employees working in an organization. So what happens is, simply you cannot allow those 1,000 workers to work on their own. You need some kind of supervision. So there is a need of managing those people. So that is called need for management. So OB has emerged because of need for management in organization. Because there is a need for management, you have to observe the behavior of the people in order to manage them. So organization behavior concept has emerged. So this is regarding your foundations of OB. So the next topic is your individual behavior, that is, What all factors contribute to individual behavior? So there are personal factors and environmental factors which you people will be understanding as per your syllabus. So first it is personal factors. The first factor is age. Age is the first personal factor affecting individual behavior. It has an impact on performance, absenteeism, productivity and satisfaction. Satisfaction levels of older employees tend to be less than younger employees. What does this mean? So obviously when people they get old, the satisfaction level that they were getting before comes down. For example, there is a worker who has worked in an organization for more than 30 years. So the work is monotonous for him and the work is not satisfying him. So he has got less satisfaction. On the other hand, there's an youngster, he has just got into the organization, he is around 23 years old. He tends to get more satisfaction from the job. So this is an age factor. Then gender. The tendency to change jobs is likely to be higher among females than males. In India, traditionally women have to stay at home. So what does this mean? Gender also plays a major role in determining individual behavior. So usually what scientists who have studied on behavior suggest that female people or female candidates who work in corporate field, they have a tendency of job hopping than male. Job hopping means basically what do? They tend to change jobs very frequently. Like what? For example, they got into a particular company. They work there for 1 month and another company offers them more salary, so they change the work. So this is regarding gender. That is, female employees tend to change jobs quite frequent when compared to male employees. This is gender. Then education is the third one. When a person is well educated, he expects high income. What does this mean? Obviously, when a person is well educated, is a double graduate, he has done PhD, obviously he will not ask for very low salary. He will demand high salary. This is one point of education. Well educated person behaves in a dignified, optimistic and professional way than the less educated. What does this mean? So basically what does this mean is, when a person is well educated, he will be very confident, he will be very optimistic in his approach, and at the same time he behaves in a very dignified way. So this is regarding education. On the other hand, a person who is uneducated, he doesn't know what to speak where. So obviously when he is uneducated, he will not have any kind of confidence in his communication. So obviously he is a negative factor for your organization. This is regarding your education. So next we go for ability. The ability of an individual is made of two sets of skills. One is intellectual and second one is physical. First we will deal with your intellectual ability. Intellectual ability includes number aptitude. What does this mean? Number aptitude, basically what it means is how quick you are in calculating numbers, like your addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. How can you forecast the future sales, or how can you come out with the budgets? So such things are called number aptitudes. Then verbal comprehension. What is the meaning of verbal comprehension? That is, for example, someone is narrating a case study for you. So just by listening to the case study, how you can summarize, how quick you can summarize the case study. That is verbal comprehension. Then perceptual speed. What does this mean? That is how quick you grasp things. That is, you look at something, how quick you analyze the situation. That is perceptual speed. Then you go for reasoning. How good you are at reasoning. Suppose you have done some act inside the organization or wherever it is. Someone questions you and tells you that you have done something wrong. So how you give reasons and justify what you have done. That is reasoning. Then visualization. What is visualization? Visualization is nothing but just by looking at a movie or a video, how quick you can summarize that video into words. You are looking at something and you are analyzing what is happening in the video and you are drafting the summary of that video. That is visualization. Then what is memory? That is how quick you are in recalling things, how quick you are in recalling numbers. For example, what was your profit 5 years back? What was the balance sheet amount 2 years back? And what is your future budget? How many products you have decided to sell at what price? That is memory. So these are the intellectual abilities. So next is physical abilities. Physical abilities include muscular strength, body flexibility, body coordination, balance of the body and stamina. So these are the physical abilities. Basically, when you hire people to work in your factory, that is especially in your production department, you look at these physical abilities. You check whether the person is strong enough, he is flexible enough, whether he's got the stamina to carry out the production process. This is called physical abilities. So the next personal factor is marital status. What does this mean? Married employees have fewer absence, undergo less turnover and more satisfied than unmarried. What the research states is people who are married are more satisfied with a job than people who are unmarried. So this is marital status. Next one is number of dependents. What does this mean? The number of children an employee is positively related to absenteeism among females. Suppose there's a lady, she's got many kids and she has to look after the family. So obviously what happens is, over a period of time, she tends to take more leaves compared to other females. Because more number of dependents, the responsibility is more, something or the other is happening. Suppose one child falls sick, she has to go to the hospital. The very next day, other child also falls sick. Again, she has to go to the hospital because more the number of dependents among females candidates, they tend to take more leaves. This is called your number of dependents. So the next one is creativity. Creativity refers to the cognitive ability that results in a new way of viewing or solving problem. Creative individuals possess high level of energy, high self-confidence, cognitive abilities, power to think intelligently and to analyze situation effectively. What is creativity here? Creativity means you have got a particular problem in your organization, how you deal with it with an idea that is out of box. That is, you're not thinking like anyone else. You're coming out with your own idea, you're implementing the idea and you're solving the problem. This is creativity. Usually people with creativity are having high level of energy all the time. And they are having high self-confidence and cognitive abilities. What does cognitive ability means? How intelligently you can think and solve certain situations. That is cognitive ability. And to analyze situation effectively. So people who are more creative, they analyze the situation effectively and they come out with solutions to deal with those situations. This is creativity. Emotional intelligence. What does this mean? It is concerned with an individual's emotion and social skill and the ability to understand, use and manage your emotions in a positive way. What does this mean? Emotional intelligence is how you behave in particular situations. For example, you are among group of people, there are around 20 to 30 people and one person is trying to humiliate you. His main intention is to tease you among other people. So at that point of time when one person is targeting you, you will not keep quiet. You will give it back. So that is emotional intelligence. On the other hand, there are group of people and they are very friendly with you, they are very jovial with you, they are happy to be with you. To such people, what kind of emotion you exhibit is, you also give them a friendly behavior. This is called emotional intelligence. So next we go to the environmental factors. So in environmental factors, there is economic factors, cultural factors, social factors and political factors. We will deal with these one by one. So in environmental factors, the first factor is your economic factors. It includes factors like employment opportunities and technological change. So we will understand this. Employment opportunity. What does this mean? Employment opportunity. They have a strong influence on individual behavior. When job opportunities are several, tendency of job hopping will increase. As a result, loyalty comes down. Loyalty comes down. When job opportunity is less, people are loyal. What does this mean? So what does this mean, employment opportunities? Suppose there is a person, he is appointed in a particular organization for 20,000 rupees. After appointment, maybe after 1 month, one more organization offers him rupees 25,000. So what he will do, he will job hop. That is called job hopping. He is changing jobs frequently. So this is called job hopping. So when you are hopping jobs, that means you are not loyal. Obviously, you are not loyal to your organization. Day after tomorrow, one more organization will offer you 30,000. Again, you will hop from this organization. So, when job opportunities are more, you tend to hop jobs. When opportunities are not more, what will happen? Obviously, you will not hop the jobs. Because if you leave the job, obviously, there is a scenario where you might not get any job in future. So, you will not change your jobs and you are loyal to your organization. This is called employment opportunity. Then what is technological change? So technological change means basically it has the strongest impact on lower level jobs. Technological change led to automation, robotics, computerization. This reduces the skills and wages and in turn affects its behavior. What does this mean? Now because technology has upgraded to such an extent that the entire factory is automated, it is robotized and also it is computerized. Just by one click on the computer, the entire company is working. So now what has happened? So many people who are working in the factories have been replaced by computers. So there is large scale unemployment, or those workers who have been retained by the factory also, the salaries have come down because of computerization. So this is technological change. So these are the two economic factors that affect the individual behavior. One is employment opportunity, the second one is technological change. So the second environmental factor is cultural factors. So what does this mean? It includes basic values, perception, work ethics, preferences and behavior. What is the meaning of this? Basic values. So the individual behavior of a particular person is developed first by the values that his or her parents inculcate in a particular person. Suppose the parents teach him good values that you should not speak foul language, or you should not lie to others, you should not cheat others. Then what happens? That kid develops a very good values in life. Suppose the parents are only criminals, they are doing different kinds of frauds, and they teach the kid to lie, to do antisocial activities, then that kid automatically it also gets a behavior which is a negative one. That is, it will not develop any kinds of values in life. Then perception. What is perception? Perception is basically the way we look at things. For example, there are a group of 10 guys, and out of the 10 guys, 8 guys smoke and remaining 2 guys, they don't smoke. So what is happening here? The other 2 guys, just because they are in that gang, people perceive that that fellow is also a smoker. This is called perception. Then work ethics. What is ethics? Ethics is nothing but certain social values, moral values that you inculcate within yourself, like I should not speak lie, or I should not commit any kind of fraud to others, I should not indulge in criminal activities. So that also is a cultural factor. If your parents don't teach you good ethics, then obviously you will try to become an antisocial element or you will end up being a criminal. This is called ethics. Preference and behavior. Obviously, behavior of people and their preference changes from people to people. That is, each one's behavior is unique, each one's preference is unique. So when you are trying to manufacture any kind of product, then obviously it is, if you analyze the behavior of those people, you come to know what is their preference, so that you can come out with a product that is as per their preference and behavior. Culture varies from country to country and place to place. Obviously, India, what culture that is prevailing in Rajasthan is not the same as in Karnataka, and similarly, what culture prevailing in West Bengal is not the same as in Kerala. So it changes from place to place and country to country. Next is social factors. Ethics and social responsibility impact individual behavior considerably. What does this mean? Ethics means what moral values you are having. Suppose you are having a very good moral values, you are doing charity, you are helping the poor, you are sponsoring education to poor kids, you are giving money for treatment of poor people who cannot afford treatment. That means you have got good ethics. So you have got a good individual behavior. See the next point. Ethics refers to a system of moral principles, a sense of what is right and what is wrong. So that is, when you are doing anything, you got some inner feeling that this is right or this is wrong. So when you got ethics, you listen to your inner feeling. That is, suppose you are trying to do something, you recheck within yourself what you are doing is right or wrong. Then if you are convinced that it is right, then you move forward. If you are convinced that it is wrong, then you back off. This is called ethics. Social responsibility, also called as corporate social responsibility. That is CSR. That is how much you are doing for the society on behalf of your organization. How much you are contributing to the weaker section of the society. That is corporate social responsibility, like sponsoring education, giving health treatment. This is the social factor. And the last factor, environmental factor, is political factors. The political system in which an individual lives can affect individual behavior. We will understand this how. The stability of the government can affect employment opportunity both in quantity and quality. So what happens is, if the political scenario is very favorable, the political party that is ruling is helping your organization, that is, it is favorable for the kind of activities you are doing, there's no strict rules and regulations, you can easily get license, and on the other hand, there is very less tax on your products, then what happens? There is a favorable atmosphere for your organization. Suppose the political party is not favoring your business activity, the rules and regulations are very strict, and they are putting huge amounts of tax on your organization. What happens? Your organization stability will be hampered. So, politically unstable environment has difficulty in attracting industry. This leads to unemployment. For example, India, you consider India. Suppose there is political instability. The political party that is ruling is not favoring foreign direct investment. That is, foreign investors, they have to pay huge amounts of tax to open their branches in India. Then what will happen? There is because of political party, these industry will back off from India. As a result, what happens? There is large scale unemployment. This is political factors. If the political parties are stable and if the foreign companies feel that it is feasible to invest in India, then everything will be fine. They'll come, they'll invest, they'll come out with big factories, or their organization, they recruit people of India and people of India get employment. This is fine. If there is political instability, then these industries will back off from India, and what happens? There is no employment is generated. As a result, what happens is there is large scale unemployment. That is a negative thing. So this is the political factors. So these are the different factors, that is your individual behavior depends upon, that is personal factors and environmental factors. So in the next session, we'll be dealing with nature and meaning of personality and also determinants and traits of personality. Thank you.